Hello guys, welcome to our channel. So today we are going to focus on building strong understanding of key concept, step-by-step problem solving and exam strategies. So whether you are aiming to improve your confidence or boost your grades, this tutorial is designed to guide you through each topic clearly and practically. So let us dive into our question paper. So here we are having this Zimsec question paper of mathematics paper 2. So this one is of June 2011 session. So just make sure every time you open your question paper you read these instructions to candidates. So in section A we are required to answer all questions, and in section B we are required to answer any 3 questions, and this is a paper 2 guys, so calculators can be used. So let us move on to the first section. Here it is section A for 64 marks. So we are answering all questions. So the first part of our question number 1 says simplify 3 1.5 minus 1 3 over 5 divided by 1 2 over 3. So we want to simplify this. So given that we are having what? So it is 3.5. So it is 3.5 minus what? 1 3 over 5. So minus 1 3 over 5 divided by 1 2 over 3. So it is 1 2 over 3. So for us to simplify this, we are going to use our board mass. So board mass. So here we are going to start by simplifying inside the bracket. So to simplify here, we are going to start by making these fractions. So these are mixed fractions, so we need to convert them into improper fractions. So to convert a mixed fraction into a proper fraction, we are going to multiply this 3 by 2 and then add the result to 1 and then divide everything by 2. So here it is 3 by 2, which is equal to 6 plus 1, it gives us 7 over 2 minus 1 by 5, it gives us 5 plus 3, it is 8 over 5 divided by 1 2 over 3. Okay, so let us simplify here. So here we are having 7 minus 2 minus 8 over 5. So we are going to put our common denominator. So the lowest common multiple here for 2 and 5, it is equal to 10. So 2 into 10, it gives us 5. So 5 by 7 gives us 5 by 7 minus 5 into 10, it gives us 2. So it is 8 by 2 divided by 1 by 3, it gives us 3 plus 2, it is 5 over 3. Okay, so let us simplify inside the bracket. So we are having 7 by 5, which is equal to 35. So it is 35 minus 16 divided by 10 divided by 5 over 3. So 35 minus 16, this gives us 19 over 10. So it's 19 over 10 divided by 5 over 3. So for us to replace this division sign with the multiplication sign, because we are dividing 2 fractions, we are going to invert the second fraction, 5 over 3. So this gives us 19 over 10 multiplied by 3 over 5. Okay, so let us multiply the numerators and divide by the product of the denominators. So this gives us 19 by 3 over 10 by 5. So 19 by 3 divided by 50, this gives us 57 over 50. So our final answer is equal to 57 over 50. Okay, so let us move on to the next part of our question, which says find the exact value of 10 or 10.03 multiplied by 0.17. So we are having what? So this is number 1, item 1. So number 1, item 2, it says 10.03 by 0.17. So we want to find the exact value of 10.03 multiplied by 0.17. So here we can now say it is 10.03 by 0.17. So 0 is a placeholder, and we can now say 1 by 3, it gives us 3, and 1 by 0, it gives us 0, 1 by 0, it gives us 0, and 1 by 1, it gives us 1. Okay, 7 by 3, this gives us 21, so it is 1, and carry 2. 7 by 0, it gives us 0 plus 2, it is 2. 7 by 0, it gives us 0. 7 by 1, it gives us 7. So we add here, and it is now 1, 2 plus 3 gives us 5, 0 plus 0 gives us 0, 0 plus 7 gives us 7, and 1 plus 0 gives us 1. So our final answer, it is equal to, how many decimal places are we having here? We are having 1, 2, 3, 4. So our final answer, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we put our comma here. So our final answer is equal to 1.7051. So this is our final answer. Okay, and then let us move on to the next part of the question, which says find the exact value when 7.2 is divided by 0.018. So here we are having 7.2 divided by 0.018. So if we are dividing a decimal by a decimal, we need to convert this decimal on the denominator to be a whole number. So to convert this, we are going to multiply by how many decimal places are we having here? We are having 1, 2, 3. So we need to multiply 0.018 by 1000 so that it becomes a whole number, and then we need to multiply also the numerator by the same number, 1000. So if we multiply 7.2 by 1000, this gives us 7200 divided by 18. Okay, so here we can divide everything by 9. So 9 into 72, it gives us 8. 9 into 0, it is 0 into 0 here. 9 into 18 is 2. So it is now 800 divided by 2. So 2 into 8, this gives us 4. And 2 into 0, 0. So 800 divided by 2 is equal to 400. Okay, so this is the answer for 7.2 divided by 0.018. Okay, so here is our final answer. So let us move on to the part C of the question, which says 3 farmers share 120 hectares of land in the ratio 3:4:5, and we are required to calculate the area of the largest piece of land. So given that we are having a ratio of we are having this ratio, so this is part C. Our ratio is 3:4:5. So if we add 3 plus 4 plus 5, this gives us 7 plus 5, it is 12. So the largest piece of land, it is the fraction of 5/12. So it is 5/12 multiplied by the piece of land being shared, so it is 120 hectares. So 5/12 by 120, this gives us 12 into 120 gives us 1. So 12 into 120 it is equal to 10. So 10 by 5, it gives us 15 hectares. Okay, so this is the largest piece of land shared. And then the next part, the part D of the question, number 1 says find the highest common factor of 27x squared yz, 72xy cubed z squared, and 108xy cubed. So we are required to find the highest common factor. So given that we are having 27, so this is part D. Okay, this is D. So given that we are having 27 x squared yz and 72 x y cubed z squared and 108 xy z cubed. So the first thing we need to do here is to express 27, 72 and 108 as a product of its prime factors. So here we can now say it is 27. So we can start by 27 is now 27. So the smallest prime factor that can divide 27 without leaving the remainder, it is 3. So 3 into 27, this gives us 3, gives us 9, and 3 into 9, this gives us 3, and 3 into 3, it is equal to 1. So 27x squared yz, it is now equal to 3 to the power 3 by x squared by y by z. Okay, and then for 72, you know, say it is 72. 2 into 72, this gives us 36, and 2 into 36, it gives us 18. 2 into 18, it gives us 9. 3 into 9, 3, and 3 into 3, it gives us 3. So 72, it is equal to 2 to the power 3 by 3 to the power 2 by x by y cubed by z squared. So this is our 72x cubed xy cubed z squared. And then for 108, 108, again divide by 2. So 108 divided by 2, this gives us 54. And 54 divided by 2, this gives us what? 27. It's 27, right? And then 3 into 27 gives us 9. 3 into 9 gives us 3. 3 into 3, it gives us 1. So our final answer for 108xy z cubed is equal to 2 squared by 3 to the power 3 multiplied by what? X multiplied by y by z cubed. So for the highest common factor, we are going to collect factors that are numbers that are common in everything here. So we are having this one, and this one. So if we are having 3 to the power 3, so 3 to the power 3 can be expressed as 3 times 3 times 3. So here we are having 1, 3 here. So it is now 3, and then 3, there's another 3 here, and there's another 3, so it is by 3 again. So here we are having another 3, and here we don't have another 3, so we can go for 2. So for the first number 27, do not have 2, so we do not include 2 for our calculation of the highest common factor. So we can go for x. Here we are having 1x, and here we are having 1x and x here, so we can multiply by x. And for y, here we are having 1y, and here we are having 1, so we multiply by y. And here it is 1z, z squared and z cubed, so we can multiply by z. So our highest common factor is equal to 3 by 3, it gives us 9 x, y, z. So this is our highest common factor. Okay, so let us move on to second question number 2. So the question number 2 says it is given that r is equal to 2q minus 5 and q is equal to 5p plus 2. So we are given that for number 2, we are given that r is equal to 2q minus 5 and q is equal to 3p plus 2. Okay, so we are required to express r in terms of p. So given that we are having this first equation here, we can simply express q as the subject, so that we can equate that q with this one, 3p plus 2. So we can shift this negative 5 to the left hand side of the equation, and it becomes positive. So we are going to be left with 3r plus 5 being equal to 2q. So let us divide both sides by 2. Q will be equal to half of r plus 5. So this is our q, and we can equate this q with this one here. So it is now 3p plus 2 being equal to half of r plus 5. So let us multiply both sides by 2 to clear this fraction. So we are going to have 2 multiplied by 3p plus 2 being equal to r plus 5. So if we expand the bracket on the left hand side, we are going to get 6p plus 2 by 2, it gives us 4 being equal to r plus 5. So let us shift this 5 to the other side of the equation, because we want to express r in terms of p. So this 5 becomes negative, so we are going to have 6p plus 4 minus 5 being equal to r. 4 minus 5, it gives us negative 1, therefore r is equal to 6p minus 1. So this is our value for r in terms of p. Okay, so the next part of the question requires us to find the numerical value of r, given that p is equal to negative 3. So given that our p here is equal to negative 3, r will be equal to 6 multiplied by so this is the second part. So it is 6 multiplied by negative 3 minus 1. So r is equal to 6 by negative 3 gives us negative 18 minus 1. Therefore r is equal to negative 19. So this is the value of r. Okay, and we can move on to the part B of the question, which requires us to express x over 3 plus x minus 4 over 5 as a single fraction, and hence or otherwise solve the equation x over 3 plus x minus 4 over 5 being equal to 4. So guys, let us say we are given this, it is B item 1, so we are given this x over 3 plus x minus 4 over 5. So to combine these two fractions, x over 3 plus x minus 4 over 5 as a single fraction, the first thing we need to do is to look for lowest common multiple, the common denominator. So in this case, our common denominator here, it is 15. So we can now say 3 into 15, it is 5 by x, so it is now 5 by x, plus 5 into 15, it gives us 3, so it is 3 by x minus 4. So let us simplify. On the numerator, we are now having 5x plus 3x minus 3 by negative 4, it gives us 12 over 15. So 5x plus 3x, this gives us 8x minus 12 over 15. So this is our final answer, okay, as a single fraction. So this is a single fraction. And then the next part of the question, which says hence or otherwise solve the equation x over 3 plus x minus 4 over 5 being equal to 4. So we are now having x over 3 plus x minus 4 over 5 being equal to 4. But you understand that x over 3 plus x over minus 4 over 5 is now equal to this one, 8x minus 12 over 15. So here we can substitute this with this expression here. So it is now 8x minus 12 over 15 being equal to 4. So let us multiply both sides by 15 to clear this fraction. So we are now having 8x minus 12 being equal to 4 by 15. So 4 by 15, this gives us what? 105. Therefore 105 is equal to 8x minus 12. And we want to find the value of x. So when we are given this variable, to solve the equation, we are going to make the coefficient of x must be positive 1 and the power of x must be also positive 1. So the first thing we need to do here is to shift this 12 to this side of the equation. So if we shift this 12 to this side of the equation, we are going to get 8x being equal to 105 plus 12. Okay, so 105 plus 12, this gives us 117. Therefore 8x is equal to 117, and let us divide both sides by 8. Therefore x is equal to 107 divided by 8. So if we divide 107 by 8, this gives us 107 by 8. So this is our final answer. And then the last part of our question number 2 says express 150 grams as a percentage of 3 kg. So we are given 150 grams. So we need to convert this as a percentage of 3 kg. So it's either we can convert 150 grams into kgs, or we can convert 3 kg into grams. So let us try when we convert 150 grams into kg. So 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. Therefore 150 grams is equal to less. Okay, so you can now say 150 divided by 1000 is equal to how many kgs? 150 is 150 divided by 1000. So this gives us 0.15 kg. So for us to calculate the percentage of 0.15 kg as a percentage of 3 kg, you can now say it is 0.15 divided by 3. times 100. Okay, so yeah, we can simply divide 0.15 by 3. It is 0.0 what 5. So it is 0.05 by 100. So if we multiply 0.05 by 100, it gives us 5. Therefore, the percentage of 150 grams 150 grams is the percentage of 3 kg. It is equal to 5%. And then let us try when we convert 3 kg into grams. So given that 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams, 3 kg is equal to 3000 grams. So here we can simply say it is now 150 grams of 3000 grams by 100. So these zeros cancels, and this one cancels. So we are going to be left with 15 over 3. So 15 divided by 3, it is equal to 5%. So our answers are the same. So the percentage 150 grams is the percentage of 3 kg, it is 5%. Okay, so the question number 3 says the diagram shows points A, B, C, and D on the circumference of a circle such that BC is equal to CD and AC. AC and BD intersects at F, and CD is produced to E. So we are also given that ACD is equal to 33 degrees and ADE is equal to 87 degrees. So we are required to calculate the angle ABD. So it is the angle ABD. Okay, so here is our angle from ABD. So here is our angle, and label it theta. So for us to calculate this angle, we are going to say we are having this chord here, chord BC, and we are having this chord here. So this one is called CD, and this chord here is equal to DA. So as you can see, these two angles are subtended by this same chord DA. So these two angles are equal. So theta is equal to 33 degrees because they are subtended by this same chord DA. So ABD is equal to 33 degrees. Okay, and then the next part of the question says calculate CBD. So we are required to calculate the CBD. So it is CBD. So we can label this one X. Okay, CBD. So these two lines, they are saying this triangle is a isosceles triangle because this angle and this angle, they are of same magnitude. So this one is X and this one is also X. Okay, so for us to calculate the value of X, we are going to say if we subtract 87 from 180, because this one is a straight line and angles on a straight line is equal to 180. So if we subtract 87 from 180, we are going to get the angle, this angle here. So let us say 180 minus 87, this gives us 93. So here it is 93. So this is a cyclic quadrilateral. So for cyclic quadrilateral, we have a theorem which says these two opposite angles are supplement, so they are equal to the sum of these two angles. It is equal to 180. So given that we are having this 93 and we do not know this angle here on this one, this line, so it is 93 plus, we label it Z, it is equal to 180. So Z is equal to 180 minus 93. So 180 minus 93, this gives us 87. So Z is equal to 87. Okay, so for us to calculate this angle X here, we are going to subtract 33, the value of theta, from 87. So X is equal to 87 minus 33, and 87 minus 33, it is equal to 54. So the value of the angle CBD, it is equal to 54 degrees. Okay, and let us move on to the next part of the question, which says calculate the angle BAC. So we are required to calculate the angle BAC. C. It's BAC. BAC, and okay, it's a BAC. So we want to calculate this angle here, this one. So here we can label it D. Okay, so this is angle D. So for us to calculate angle D, we can see that these two angles, this one and this one, they are subtended by this chord BC. So given that this triangle here, it is an isosceles, meaning this angle here, it is equal to this angle. So this one is 54 and this one is 54, and this angle D, it is equal to this one because they are subtended by this same chord BC. So D is equal to 54. It is equal to 54 degrees. And then for ADB, next part of the question, we are going to find the angle of ADB. So given that here it is 93 and the x it is equal to 54, so ADB is equal to 93 minus 54, which is equal to 93 minus 54 is equal to 39. So the angle ADB is equal to 39 degrees. And then the last part of our question requires us to calculate the angle of CFD. So it is CFD. So here is our angle, the required angle. So we can label it E. Okay. So given that we have this angle here 33 degrees and this one 54 degrees, so we need to calculate this. So this one is a triangle, so we understand that the sum of angles in a triangle is up to 180. So if we say 33 plus 54 plus x is equal to 180, x will be equal to 180 minus 33 plus 54. So x is equal to 180 minus 33 plus 54, this gives us 87. So x is equal to 180 minus 87, which is equal to 93. So the value of E, so it's E, it is equal to 93 degrees. So here it is 93 degrees. So these are our angles for this diagram showing this cyclic quadrilateral CBAD. Okay. So let us move on to part B of our question number 3, which says taken pi to be 3.142. The diagram shows a sector of a circle center O. POQ is equal to 37 degrees, PO is equal to 8 centimeters, and PT is perpendicular to QO. So we are required to calculate PT. So we are required to calculate this PT here. So this one, it is a right angle triangle, and we are having this angle 37 degrees, and this side here it is 8 centimeters. So this one PO, this side PO, it becomes hypotenuse, and this one PT, it is our opposite, and this one TO is our adjacent. Okay, so it is our adjacent, and from our trig functions we have char, and tau. So for us to calculate this opposite, given that we have an angle and a hypotenuse, we are going to use this sign. So it is sine of 37 is equal to what? Sine of 37 is equal to opposite of hypotenuse, which is equal to 8. So PT, our opposite, is equal to 8 sine of 37. So 8 sine of 37, this gives us what? 4.81. So PT is equal to 4.81 centimeters. And the next part of the question says calculate the area. We are required to calculate the area of the sector. So here is our sector. So this part, the whole part here, this is our sector. So for us to calculate the area of the sector, we are going to say our angle is equal to 37. So it is 37 over 360 multiplied by pi r squared, the area of the circle. So our radius is equal to 8 centimeters. So here we can now say it is 37 over 360 by pi multiplied by 8 squared. So we can simply say 37 divided by 360 multiplied by our pi is equal to 3.142 by what? 8 squared, which is equal to 64. So our final answer for the area of the sector is equal to 20.7 square centimeters. So this is the area of the sector. And then the next part of the question says calculate the area of the triangle PQO. So we are required to calculate the area of this triangle PQO. So this one, it is a non-right angle triangle. So to calculate the area of this triangle, we are going to use this formula which says half AB sine of theta. So our A and B, these are our radius 8 centimeters. So this is our A and this becomes our B. So A and B are of same magnitude. So the area of the triangle PQO is equal to half 8 squared multiplied by sine of 37. Okay, so it is 0.5 by 64 by sine of 37, which is equal to 19.3 square centimeters. So this is our area for the triangle PQO. And then the last part of the question number 3 says calculate the area of the shaded region. So to calculate the area of the shaded region, we are going to subtract the area of this triangle from the area of the sector. So given that the area of the sector is equal to 20.7 square centimeters and the area of the triangle is equal to 19.3, the area of the shaded region is equal to 20.7 minus 19.3, which is equal to 1.44 square centimeters. So this is our final answer for the area of the shaded region. Okay, so let us move on to question number 4, which says factorize it is 3np minus 6nq plus ap minus 2aq. So for number 4, we are having 3np, so it is 3np minus 6nq plus ap minus 2aq. So here for these two numbers 3np minus 6nq, we can factor out 3n. So if we factor out 3n, we are going to have 3n multiplying 3np divided by 3n, it gives us p, minus 6nq divided by 3n, it gives us 2q. And then for these two numbers ap and 2aq, we can factor out a, and if we factor out a, we are going to be left with p minus 2q. So 2q, p minus 2q becomes our new common factor, so it is now p minus 2q. So if we factor this out, we are going to multiply it by 3n plus 8. So this is our final answer. And then the next question says factorize completely 12 minus 4g minus g squared. So it is 12 minus 4g minus g squared. So here, to factorize such a quadratic function, we can multiply 12 by negative g squared, so it gives us negative 12 g squared. So we are now looking for two numbers that if we multiply these two numbers, we are going to get negative 12 g squared, and if we add these two numbers, we are going to get negative 4g. So these numbers are, we can go for negative 6g and 2g. So if we add negative 6g and 2g, it gives us negative 4g, and if we multiply these two numbers, we are going to get negative 12 g squared. So we are going to substitute negative g plus 2g for negative 4g. So it is now 12 minus 6g plus 2g minus g squared. So for these first two numbers, we can factor out 6, which gives us 6. 12 divided by 6, it gives us 2, and minus 6g divided by 6, it gives us g. So it is now 6 multiplied by 2 minus g plus for these two numbers, 2g minus g squared, we can factor out g. So if we factor out g, we are going to say 2g divided by g, it gives us 2 minus g. So 2 minus g becomes our new common factor, and we can factor it out to say 2 minus g multiplied by 6 plus g. So this is our final answer. And then let us move on to the last part of question number 4, which says, in a survey of 72 girls, it was found that every girl watched at least one of the following TV programs: the teen scene or the fashion show. So the 50 girls watched the teen scene and 62 girls watched the fashion show. So we are required to find the number of girls who watched both programs and the number of girls who watched fashion show only. Okay, so for us to answer this, we are going to draw our Venn diagram showing the those who watched the teen scene and those who watched the fashion show. So here is our Venn diagram. This one is our Venn diagram. This is our Venn diagram, and we are having what? So this T for teen scene, and this F for fashion show. Fashion show, right? Yes, it's fashion show. So for teen scene, watch the teen scene. So 50 girls watch the teen scene, so and 62 girls watch the fashion show. So yeah, we can now say it is 50 minus x, and here for fashion show it is 62 minus x, and x is a number of girls who watched both the teen scene and the fashion show. So for us to calculate the number of girls who watched both programs, we are going to say the number of girls who watched both programs are x. So given that the total number of girls is equal to 72, we can now say it is 50 minus x plus 62 minus x is equal to 72. So this gives us 50 plus 62. 50 plus 62, it gives us 112. So 112 minus 2x plus x is equal to 72. So minus 2x plus x, it gives us negative x. Therefore, we are now having 112 minus x being equal to 72. And for us to get rid of this negative on x, we are going to shift it to the right hand side of the equation, and then shift 72 to the left side of the equation. So it is now 112 minus 72 being equal to x. Okay, so here we can now say 112 minus 72. 112 minus 72, which gives us 40. So x is equal to 40, where x is the number of girls who watched both the teen scene and the fashion show. Okay, and then the next part of the question required us to find the number of girls who watched fashion show only. So for fashion show, it is equal to 62 minus x. So here we can now say it is 62 minus 40 for those who watched both the teen scene and the fashion show. So 62 minus 40, this gives us 22. So 22 girls watched the